Right, here we are. Let's see what the aftermath of him blowing his brains out is.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Perrault has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again, it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us praise Louis's gesture anyway. You did what you could. Yes, it was very noble of you, Louis.
It wasn't your fault.
There was nothing else you could have done.
I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Right, okay. So what can we read up on? Got these to max now, that's good. Well, not max, but level 1. I want to concentrate on, was it science and occultism? Yeah, it is. Right, let's right, we haven't really got a choice there. So psychology, vigilance, questioning. I could actually get questioning up a level here, or by the end of the episode I might do that, because look, questioning, we'll do that, and I'll also put up subterfuge. We'll do that. Alright, you little tinker.
Louis, I wanted to talk to you a moment about what has happened. All this is tragic, but I wanted to thank you for doing what you could.
I wasn't able to save him.
You couldn't, Louis. You mustn't blame yourself. It is not your fault.
Is it your fault? I'm gonna do this to find out if he's immune or vulnerable to this type of questioning. Etiquette.
I know this has nothing to do with me, my lord, but don't you think you're partly to blame? It won't escape your attention that he incriminated you before he took his own life.
I heard what he said, yes. Monsieur Perrault appeared to blame me for his condition. I certainly encouraged him to succeed, but I wasn't aware he couldn't handle the pressures of the situation. Of course, his duties in Paris were very difficult. The choices he had to make were burdensome. But that was the path he had chosen. Should I not have helped him to succeed, perhaps? You heard him yourself. His duties as judge got the better of him.
Did you push him into it?
I wouldn't say push, but I did encourage him, yes. I thought it was my duty to help him as much as I could to become the court judge he dreamed of being. I thought he was capable of it. It appears I was mistaken, unfortunately. What a pity he didn't come and speak to me. What a waste.
What are your plans now?
What do you mean?
For the conference? After the disappearances of both Elizabeth Adams and my mother, and now the death of Mr. Perrault, I should imagine that your guests are all packing their bags.
This might come as a bit of a shock to you, perhaps because it was so difficult to bring all these figures together. But I am convinced that none of them is preparing to leave.
Are you serious?
They are all very experienced politicians, and though they are, of course, affected by the situation, they know full well that such an opportunity will not come again for a long, long time, if ever. They each represent their nation, and know full well that what is at stake here is far greater than the death of poor Monsieur Perrault. You'll see. I am confident that they will all be ready to resume the conference.
If you say so. Allow me to take my leave, please.
Of course. You ought to get some rest. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
I'm gonna keep him in the good books for now.
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Right, so we're still in this guy's good books. Right, what have we got? So we're only missing one jelly and one devil's thorn, so we could probably pick one of them up on the way back to my room. So let's go there now. Aye, so we had our wicked way with the it's called Hamilton? Hillsborrow. With Hillsborough last night. She tried to seduce me and I said like, oh yes, I'll definitely switch sides. Had me wicked way with her, and then I'm still I'm still on I'm still gonna side with Mortimer. So good.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Actually, I want to go and see Emily. Her room is... Oh, can I speak to the people?
What do you want from me, de Richet? Get on with it. I'm busy.
What a tragedy about Mr. Peru.
Are you joking? That bonehead had it coming to him.
Right, wait there. Let's have a look. He is home, isn't he? No, that's home. Von Wallner, that's right. He's immune to occultism, so we're going to try this. Question.
How can you say that?
Ever since I found out that footprints incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body, you can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
Yeah, there's still that.
What a tragedy about Mr. Peru.
What the hell?
Are you joking?
It's just looped round.
That bonehead had it coming to him.
How can you say that?
Ever since I found out that footprints incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body, you can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
I wanted to speak to you about the conference.
Listen, you chose your side. You had every possible reason to make the right choice, but you preferred to commit yourself to Mortimer. Good luck, because it's a lost battle. The subject is closed. Anything else?
As I was passing by your room, I wondered if you'd made any progress with your search for the Al-Azif.
Do you remember our little discussion last time, de Richet?
Yes.
Indeed, I do.
So, please go straight to hell and stop wasting my time.
Fuck off, you little bastard.
Excuse me, this is the wrong room.
That's not how our discussion went last time. We had the bloody... He was all interested in the book. And I was like, oh, if I come across it, I'll let you know. And now he's just telling us to fuck off. Well, guess what? You ain't getting the book, son. You're also not going to win this discussion. Alright, this is the... Oh, so they've cleaned up the body. Fair enough. Nothing to see here. Oh, hello. What are you doing there, you little creeper?
Your Eminence.
Ah, Louis. You were admirable. You didn't manage to save Peru, but whatever you do, don't blame yourself. You did your best.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
Aye, that's not great. He's immune to erudition, but vulnerable to manipulation. And this is etiquette. I'm gonna try it on him.
Ah, I see His Eminence is able to identify a good opportunity in every situation.
Now, what do you expect, Louis? The benefit of age. You'll see. You'll learn with time.
Except if I find it disgusting.
I hope that Monsieur Peru's act will help you reconsider your choice, Louis. Sincerely. See where his support for Lord Mortimer got him.
Right. Beware of Godoy. Well, that's... See where his support for Lord Mortimer got him. Right, I'm not seeing anything here.
And what will your mother say when she finds out that you have triggered a war with your amateur diplomacy? This cannot be serious, really.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence.
Think nothing of it, Louis. See you later.
Right, that was a waste of points. That got us absolutely nowhere. We go and speak to...
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
We still can't get in there. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but whose room is this? This is mine. I didn't want to do that.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming!
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly. You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Whose room? Into Emily's room, so it's got to be this way, on it.
Duke Manuel Godoy. Duchess Emily Hillsborrow.
Bang.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Right, I can... Oh, I can just pick the lock. Nice.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
Right, if I can get in via the balcony. Someone else's balcony. This one here.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yep. Let me in.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Nice, we managed to do it. Which one's the Emily Hillsborough's room? This one.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who
Shit, she's got the gun.
A letter
What
from
are you on
William
about now?
the Younger,
I should
addressed
never
to
have
Emily.
told you what happened to
He's
me.
the present
That's
Prime Minister of
as
the
you know
United
it full
Kingdom.
well. I'm
He
not
has
that
indeed
naive.
some powerful
I know
backers.
you inside out.
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for
Oh,
you.
shit.
You are joking, I hope. Right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot!
That's
Sorry,
not
Louis,
her.
I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma.
I think
Come
she's
on,
Emma.
Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart?
Right.
I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
Right, wait there. Right, so... If that's the case... Wait there. When we had the conference, right? Just before Peru shot himself. Emily said to Napoleon that they had a very nice night, and they insinuated that they had sex. I very much doubt that could have happened at the same time as I had sex with her. So maybe I had sex with Emily. Sorry, Emma. Maybe I had sex with Emma, and Emily had sex with Napoleon? Or it could be the other way around. Right, we could... She's vulnerable to psychology and immune to logic. Right, I'm gonna display immunities. Ask the twin in front. On the night of our arrival, what happened to me? What did you give me?
You gave me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you gave me something. What was it?
My handkerchief. And you even kept it. It was stained with your blood. Louis, I already told her. This is all a waste of time. I'm the one who told you.
Right. Let's find something else. Yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Question the twin in front. We'll always do the one in front. Immunity to... What's that questioning? Immunity to questioning. Now she might still have an immunity to questioning. So we don't know. But I'm gonna do it. Oh, because if I do this, it'll flag up on our character profile.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a very odd way. What happened?
It won't work, Louis. It wasn't Mortimer who welcomed us. It was Sir Gregory. Sorry, Louis. I already told her.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
That is her. The one in front is her.
Do you remember if we saw each other that night or not?
Not at all. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
She's the manipulative
I
one.
don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Quick,
I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower
Quick,
your
I need
arm.
that. Ah,
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret
Oh, yeah.
room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
that's the one behind. Where were we both?
In the portrait gallery, we found ourselves in a singular situation. What happened to us?
We both went around the manor all night like sleepwalkers, searching. And that's how we found ourselves in Mortimer's private gallery, behind the chimney. That doesn't prove a thing. I told you all that. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us.
Oh, this could get good. Right, I believe the one in front is the real one. So let's ask her about the night. Why spend the night together last night?
Last night, we spent the night together. But beforehand, you insisted on talking about my choices during the conference. Why?
I beg your pardon. Louis, I did not go to see you last night.
What? Huh?
Now your true identity is exposed. What did you do? I didn't tell you everything, little sister. I never told you about this episode, so you know nothing of what happened last night between Louis and me. You dirty slut. What did you do?
We've done it.
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the
Because
real...
she was with Napoleon. Emily's opposite me. That's the real Emily.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never! I am Duchess Hillsborrow. No!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But...
You don't. Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away. You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
Oh, we done a good bit detective work there, like, lads. Hey, it's a good job. Know what it is? If I didn't sleep with Emma last night, I don't think I would have been able to find out the differences between the twins, other than by using the this. Well, then again, I'd already guessed it because when I done the logic on her, she was immune to it, and that flagged it when I put. But then again, I wonder if we probably could have derived it that way. Right. Right, let's go. Oh, how do I... the hell? Right, where are we going? To the garden.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Let's see if we can speak to them.
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Duchess Emily Hillsborrow.
Right. Right, I've got to get down to the crypt.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Right, let's go straight away. And the good thing is, what I really like about this game is that after... wait. I've just killed who I think's Emma. Am I convinced? I am convinced I got the right person. But the game didn't say like, oh yes, you got the right person, or oh no, you got the wrong person. It's letting you go on with your choice. That's amazing. I think I got the right person. I hope I did, but I guess we won't really know yet. That my whole case was based on the fact that she slept with me or not.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Golden elixir.
I have
Get
no
rid of
space
that.
left. I'll retrieve it later. Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Ah, we're allowed in here now. Good, we can get stuck on some of this loot. Golden elixir. I need a jelly, royal jelly. Is there someone here? Yes, there is. Right. Well. Any more? Gotta be some. I'm sure there was another royal jelly.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Any more for any more? No, we've got everything. Right, let's go out of this door. And then straight into the garden. Right, here we go. Oh, this looks nice at night time, doesn't it? Right, which way am I? Gotta go this way. So this is looking like my mother's hideout. This is where she's been hiding all these years. So I wonder why people kept seeing it on the mountain. On the rock face, they kept saying. Right,
Louis,
that's not...
at last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Oh, okay. Right, okay, let's entertain her, okay? If there's 2 wicked parasites, she must believe one's Mortimer, that's why she said don't trust him. And the other one must be Home, because Home is a fucking weirdo, isn't he? We still don't really know much about him. To be fair, he looks like a demon, doesn't he? Right, I'm gonna go say that.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Property deeds.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? Yes, I did. Why?
Too bad. We'll deal with it later.
Shit, I did. I actually did open Pandora's box as well. That's fucking hilarious. Right, okay. I didn't realise this game had like, wait, I noticed the game kind of had a supernatural twist after I had these visions of like things that happen immediately as we speak. But I didn't realise there's demons in it. It still might be false, it still might be a fallacy. But shit, I wonder what I've unleashed on this world by opening Pandora's box.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
I went beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked, composed of 7 parts. Each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Mortimer. She was with Mortimer. The original Mortimer before he got possessed, possibly.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
How old was he?
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
She did it. She did it, didn't she?
And you accepted.
Please don't be stupid.
Oh,
You
she
don't
didn't.
make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
Insist.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing.
Oh, I need to know about everything. I hope it lets me ask every question. I need to know about the Al-Azif with Walnut.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Shit. Yeah, who killed her?
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
Really? Now, what happened with Emma? This is what I want to know. So we know that apparently she was possessed by a demon. They were trying to get it out of her. Obviously didn't succeed. Even though she had epilepsy, maybe this is true? I don't know.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Everything.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing, and then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
Bloody hell, she is absolutely brutal. So she got her to hide the Al-Azif and then murdered her so no one knows where it is. Well, I suppose extreme times, extreme situations call for extreme measures.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Right now, this is where the story could branch, right? If I've successfully had Emma, if I've successfully had Emma killed, that means that the Alazif is hidden. If I've got it wrong, the demon will be able to find the Alazif. Not that I know why he wants the Alazif.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel, but frankly it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
Thanks for not touching it.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that. I shall show you.
Show me then.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Right, so maybe I will go against Mortimer. Oh, what the fuck's that?
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
It was just a shadow. Well, it appeared ominously.
There. That's why we are here.
Bethlehem, Bethesda, Nazareth. Okay, I haven't got a fucking clue, mate. Is Bethesda not the makers of Fallout and Morrowind and stuff? Face to face, looks like we did quite well. So what are we? Cardinal Piaggi had not been perturbed by the events. I managed to go through Napoleon Bonaparte's room without leaving a trace. Awesome. I protected one of the Hillsborrow twins. Yeah, we're not sure which one it is. I went to see the crowd outside Lady Hillsborough's room. Okay. I could have been a witness of Napoleon Bonaparte's resolution. Ah, I wonder what he was doing. I could have learned something from Alazif. Right, I don't know how I would have gotten those two. The game is so good because there's so many little nuances that different people who play the games, different play styles, will take them on that way. Awesome. Right, so what's next? We're leveled up. Ah, not quite. Right, so we'll call that episode there. In the next episode, looks like we're going to be messing about with this fucking Bethlehem Bethesda thing on the wall. Looks mental. So, demons are real, or are they? We'll find out in the next episode. See you there, lads.